Top end out of that Yamaha. These are box stock runabouts, which you say box stock, but in this world can mean 300 horsepower runabouts. Supercharged monsters. And really a lot of fun to ride. When you have that much horsepower underneath of you, it is a thrill. They are fun to ride. And these Sea-Doos, like the boat that Benedetti is on, they are a lot of fun. I mean, you could spend the entire day out on the water just seeing how far you can lay those Sea-Doos over in the corner with the throttle on and just push yourself and push yourself. They really are capable of doing amazing things in terms of cornering.
Yeah, it's insane, Rick. Hey, Jennifer Handler, if you could give us a call on the phone when you get back to the truck.
That's
out here, maybe out for the first time, please stay hydrated. Plenty of water out there, and if you don't have some, come and ask one of the officials.
Yeah, and besides that, there is some phenomenal lemonade available here on site. There's a lemonade stand that is absolutely outstanding. Perfect in this hot Florida sun, refreshing lemonade. And this gentleman back here behind us has some outstanding lemonade. The bright yellow lemonade sign that says lemonade on it.
Yeah.
That's the one, yeah.
Oh, he's in the shade.
Yeah.
He's been here before.
Yeah, he was here last year.
Yeah, set up. No, I mean, for years. He knows where to go.
He lives here.
Yeah. Lots of people live here. Oh, no.
We got a problem out on the water. Looks like the red boat. That would be Oler's Sea-Doo. I think he pulled a
lanyard, yeah.
A lanyard, I believe it looks like. Hopefully.
Well, that gives some hope to Grumpy Cernich.
Grumpy now, has had his spirits uplifted. And look at him get on the gas, get down. He sees the rider in front of him like, hey,
yeah,
I might be able to grab a second place here.
Hey, I'm going on the front straightaway, and photographers are here. I think I'll get back on the boat.
I'm gonna look good.
Surprised he didn't do a Superman.
We've seen Marcio Benedetti now. He's been racing with us for a few years.
Oh, yeah.
The white flag comes out. Benedetti will take it on that Sea-Doo.
Yeah, half a lap lead. It's good to see
he looks
out here. Yeah, he really does.
He's getting better and better at negotiating. These boats are big. They're heavy. They're fast. And that's really good, and that's really fun. However, on a closed course situation where you have to make corners, you have to be precise. You have to know how to use that power. You have to know when to let off a little bit to set the nose, to be able to power around the turns. And it sounds or looks a lot easier than it is in real life, because we've seen many beginner runabout riders come out here, and it has been absolutely frightening at times.
Rick, in my very first watercraft runabout race out in California, I missed 6 buoys the first lap.
Just overcooking it.
The second lap, was the very first time I'd ever seen I would not seen it, but been, on the course.
Checkered flag comes
There
out
he
for
goes.
Benedetti. He'll take the win here in moto number 1 of amateur runabout box stock. This is race number 5.
Yeah,
And
the
as you
outcome
were
on
saying,
that race.
so you missed 6 buoys your first lap.
Yep. Second lap, they threw a couple of course marshals out there to show me the way around. Did I mention that it was snowing and I was the only runabout that showed up?
Was this in Northern California?
Yeah, this is when they
It had to be if it was snowing.
The first year they started allowing runabouts in IGSBA.
I remember that year.
Yeah. And the course marshals were on TS 650s.
Yes. Oh, God, that's right.
Right.
Well, before that, they were on 550s with a thing called the wedge, which brings back so many good memories for me.
Well, the final turn for Grumpy Sarnich. He's got a 3rd place in the bag right now.
Yes, he does.
We're going to move on to race number 6, Pro-Am Ski 4-stroke stock Superjet. On the 116, Yamaha out of Ackworth, Georgia. Monster Energy sponsor, Devin Farthing.
And 336 out of Pembroke Pine, Florida, on the Yamaha, 34 years old, Eric Medlin.
And that's the lineup for race number 6, Pro-Am Ski 4-stroke stock Superjet.
Boy, Jim was ready to go down there. He was ready. He was on the gate. He was there early. You get a special award, Jim. First rider on the line, ready to go. He wasn't going to miss his moto. I love that.
It's almost nap time, he says. What, are you looking at my schedule, Jim? You've been talking to my wife, haven't you?
Everybody's talking to your wife.
Yes. He's not. All right. Well, it's going to be a lonely race for Eric Medlin. Think we messed up the paperwork here somehow. That's too bad. He would have had quite an opportunity to learn from Devin.
All right, 336 on the 4-stroke Superjet. It's going to be Eric Medlin, and unfortunately by himself out here. Nice looking new Yamaha Superjet 4-stroke. Clean white skis as they come delivered from the factory. Well, we've got somebody coming out on an SXR 1500, boat number 5, not listed on our paperwork, but regardless, I'd like to see Eric have a little company here.
Yeah, well, looks like they're going to put those two together. Kind of makes sense. The 4-stroke stand-up skis, not GP class, of course.
Yeah. Of course, the Kawasaki's they are placed in separate classes typically because the Kawasaki has a 1500cc motor that puts out about 160 horsepower. The Yamaha with around 1000cc 4-stroke power plant, so about 500 cc's. So about a third more more cc engine size for the Kawasaki than the Yamaha. I think the Yamaha puts out, I think maybe 100 horsepower, maybe a little more.
Yeah.
But considerably less than the Kawasaki. Weigh a little bit less, but I don't think enough to make a difference because it's well known that the Kawasaki is much faster, stock versus stock.
Yeah, it's also a shorter boat, so in the rougher water. And I know it doesn't look rough out there right now to those of you who are watching on the World Wide Web, but believe me, back there on that back straightaway, it's getting crazy. And I would love to be on that Kawasaki against the Yamaha back there.
Well, I have not had the opportunity to ride a four-stroke Superjet. I have ridden an SXR 1500, and they take a bit of it's a bit of a learning curve if you're used to the traditional stand-ups, because they are so much bigger and heavier. You feel like the nose of the ski is a mile out in front of you when you're riding it, and of course, so much more horsepower to go along with it.
Well, apparently there was a little bit of fear there because our rider just ran away.
So not positive who number 5 is out there. Into the splits, it's our rider on the SXR 1500 on the outside. On the inside, the Superjet of Eric Medlin. And boy, they are almost even. Steven Medlin gets back, and here comes that 1500. You can see that the 1500's got some more top end.
Medlin had the line, though.
But Medlin had the line and did not let off.
And in between buoys, just squirted away, gathered about 2 boat lengths right there. Another 2. He's up to 6-8 boat lengths right now. Eric Medlin, I'll tell you what, he is riding the wheels off of that. Not that they have any wheels. That Yamaha 4-stroke Superjet.
Well, I think that Superjet is much more nimble, or at least more nimble. I don't know much more, but more nimble than the Kawasaki. You could kind of see the way Medlin rode it there when they were close together, that he was able to kind of get that thing around, bend that ski around the corner a little bit easier than that big 1500.
Oh, yeah, he's dropping a shoulder, just barely missing the buoy. Little butt drag there as he goes through, and he is starting to leave second position. Medlin now on that smaller Yamaha, really putting the pedal to the metal. Whoa!
Whoa.
Whoa. That was a nice freestyle move by our mystery rider.
He held on, almost came off down the front straightaway at speed. But the beautiful thing about racing like this is, despite the difference in horsepower between the skis, you know, it's rider ability. I'm thinking number 5, and we apologize because we don't have him on our sheets, but I'm going to look through some stuff and see if I can identify him. It looks like he looks like or she, it could be a she, it looks like a junior rider. Pretty small.
Yeah, let's go. Anybody who knows who the rider is in second position on the Kawasaki, come up and just yell the name up. Let us know, okay?
Please tell us.
Say what?
It's Johnny-O! 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 Johnny-O!
No way. That's Johnny O out there.
No, it's not.
No way. He's still alive, right?
Not the real Johnny O. I know the real Johnny O.
I see, man, he's got
very
short.
well. Yeah, Johnny O's shrinking. Johnny O's shrinking here.
Yeah, big time.
He does live in Florida, but that's definitely not him as the ski comes to a grinding halt, unfortunately. I don't know if that's a lanyard, but you know it is a smaller rider when he can just sit in the tray like that.
Yeah.
Put his hand up. Something happened.
That was not a good sound.
Does not look
there.
like a lanyard.
No.
From what I can tell. Course marshal right on top of it on that front straightaway, protecting our down rider with a mechanical as Medlin comes by. Not sure what happened there.
Sorry about that. Getting a little windy up here when you put the microphone in front of the fan.
It's easy to do, Kurt.
You do it better than anyone, Rick.
I know it drives. I just like to drive Mav crazy. It's my whole purpose in life. Richard Ignacio,
Wow.
the Maverick,
The Stream Master.
putting on the live stream for everybody once again. The king of live streaming, the king of all media. Richard Maverick Ignacio.
Yep.
And this dude comes equipped with every trick in the book, man. We're up here in the tower. He's next to us the whole weekend. And he has got so many gizmos and gadgets and cameras and microphones and wires and equipment. He brings them all across country. Amazing amount of effort that Maverick puts into putting this live stream on.
Rick, I was going to say, Maverick lives there in Sacramento where we do, as Eric Medlin takes the white flag, 1 lap to go. He is way out in front. We don't see our second place rider. He is pushing that thing. Did he get it going again?
Nope, they're bringing it in. They're pulling it up on the beach.
Huh.
Number 5.
Well, I guess he
the
jumped
number
on
5 SXR is right there. So
right, I see it. But
he jumped on another boat.
Right. It's
Why not?
why not? You paid for the laps?
No.
Couple more.
All right. All right. He doesn't need one. Exactly.
Our starter, course marshal Randy. Out there, Randy Scott going down the line, making sure everybody knows what they're doing. And they're off. Is that Grumpy out front?
It is.
Like
Grumpy
it is.
with the hole shot and the lead. Wow.
Sarnich out there putting it down. But look out, buddy. We got Brian Oler there, I do believe.
Hey, this is beginner runabout. Weeks in second. It was in second. Boy, he grabbed a handful of throttle and spun out. Troy Weeks now on that SX or the Ultra 310 Kawasaki, now in third. He was in second. And then Devlin in fourth overall.
His preferred position in the first lap of
He's
the first
okay,
race of the year.
and he's okay with that.
He is okay with that. Here he comes.
Grumpy with the hole shot and the lead going down the back straightaway.
Oldest rider on the track.
Beginner runabout box stock, 67-year-old Patrick Serenich out of Wisconsin.
Wow. Did you see Serenich's boat? That thing hit the brakes, almost threw him over the front. He got off the gas and that thing just about parked. All right, let's see if anybody's trying the inside. Beginner runabout.
Oler in second
There we
behind
go,
Grumpy.
Devlin.
And then Weeks in third. Devlin decides to take the inside. Better watch out, Jim. You might get in front of somebody.
Oh, somebody's going to be pissed, our race director, for hitting his buoy. Look at that. There he goes. Devlin's starting to reel in Troy Weeks.
Man, Weeks stepped up from that vintage Kawasaki, was it XTX 1100,
Yeah.
1200? Probably 1200.
1200.
And triple cylinder two-stroke.
I was just going to say.
And
The beautiful sound that we don't hear anymore.
Yeah, on to the 310 supercharged Kawasaki.
And look at this battle. Grumpy still out front, raising that old rump off of there, sets it back down in the seat, slows that thing down. He is on fire out there. Grumpy's just not having any of that passing stuff going on again.
He's doing a good job. Well, he already had one race under his belt earlier, Pro-Am.
Yeah, he got passed, and he's not having any more of that.
Now he's in runabout,
That's over with.
but Oler now starting to close the gap on Grumpy. Grumpy down the front straightaway, good racing position.
Oh, here goes Devlin. Devlin and Weeks going to be side by side. Weeks has got the speed.
Oh, way more
Devlin's-
horsepower.
Devlin's got the position and the sense to back out.
Yeah, and he's probably down about 150 horsepower.
At least. But when you work in the power to weight ratio, it's even worse. All right, Grumpy, Sarnich in the lead. Wonder if his son Patrick is watching.
Well, is Devlin ski considerably lighter than those supercharged runabouts? He is on a naturally aspirated Yamaha.
Well, I'll tell you what, Jim Devlin is making the moves on the split courses. Watch him this time because there's three of them stacked up on the outside.
Yeah, he's right there.
And Devlin's going to the inside. He's going to make a move on Weeks right now.
He definitely has a lighter, easier to turn ski. There's no doubt about it.
He may make a move on second position as
Look at this.
goes side by side.
Yeah,
Devlin takes third.
Sarnich. Grumpy battling for the lead.
Rick, final lap in this beginner runabout IROC 1100 combined class. And, Devlin hadn't thought about it, but he's going to be a winner in his own class. He's, how far up has he moved? Is he in the third or second position?
Second. Is he in the
That's what I
second?
thought.
No, Oler's in second.
He's in third.
Grumpy out in front. Oler in second. And,
that's Devlin in third.
No, take that back. That is
Devlin in
Grumpy's falling off. It's Oler in first.
And Devlin in second, followed.
Grumpy's now in fourth. He is falling back.
Yeah.
We were up here getting set up for some TV work, and in the meantime, Grumpy dropped back out of first to fourth. And the checkered flag comes out for Brian Oler on the Sea-Doo. He'll take the win.
Jim Devlin jumping down in there in the 1100 class, takes second overall.
Troy Weeks second in the beginner runabout box stock class. And then Grumpy comes in third after leading this thing the entire race until the final lap.
Yeah, you think he was grumpy before? He's really grumpy now.
Look out in the pits.
Well, what a mix we've got in this combined class up next. Race number 8 in amateur ski stock on this number 0 Kawasaki out of Weston, Florida. Sponsored by Spoondog Racing, Cabrera Motorsports, and Harry Kiwi. It's Johnny O. Bermudez.
Number 113 in beginner ski stock out of Orlando, 22 years old, Alexandro Osio.
And in the vintage ski on the number 529 Kawasaki, 14 years old she is, out of Jacksonville, Florida. Sponsored by Glidwell Racing, GPO Jet Ski, ODI, and FXR, it's Kylie Meyer.
Kylie back out.
Well, we're missing somebody. And Troy's boat was
Sinking.
going down fast over there in the little cove there.
Yes, it was.
They managed to get it running again. Cinco de Mayo, that's right.
Cinco de Drinko.
Oh, there's a beautiful looking Pro Ski GP machine coming up.
Well, we like Cinco de Mayo. We got a spot here in Orlando after the races tomorrow that is really a hot spot for Cinco de Mayo.
Don't you tell them.
We're not saying the name of it.
It took us an hour and a half to get in there last year.
We had fun. Well, that hour and a half we waited for a table was a lot of fun. Well, for most of us except you.
Don't start with a
Mr. Corona bottle breaker.
You make one mistake.
We have a lively crew here on the Pro Watercross Tour, and
the finest racers on the planet.
The race days are fun, and the evenings are interesting. A lot of fun. Always a lot of fun. Bottom line, great people, and good times. Good times. It's like Kawasaki says, let the good times roll, right? One of the greatest marketing slogans, I think, in history.
Ever.
Right?
Ever. For the industry, it was phenomenal. Let the good times roll.
Still to this day, they use that. I think they kind of got away from it for a while.
Yeah.
And now they're back using it, which I think is wonderful.
And they're off. Looks like, who is it? It's got to be Kylie on the number 1, huh? Is that the 113? Alexandro?
The number
Luciano?
1, 550 out in front.
So that looks like Kylie Meyer's riding style and her outfit. So I'm going to say that's Kylie.
I'm going to agree with you. Man, she looks good on that 550 as she does on the Superjet. Talented young rider.
Listen to that 550 scream.
Vintage 550. I believe it's a 550. It could be a 440, but I'm going to guess it's a 550. Thank you.
That thing sounds like my vacuum cleaner at home.
I had a pretty good sneaking suspicion. Yeah. Most people ride 550s these days in vintage. Although 440s set up correctly are no slouch.
So true.
Different pump setup, which you can really utilize. And
get some pressure.
If you know a guy named Harry Clem out in Bullhead City, Arizona, he knows how to set them up. I guarantee you.
Harry
Group K.
What's his brother's name?
Gerhard,
right. Those two. What a combination.
Oh, man, they build some great skis.
Doesn't matter what part of the motorcycle or just
vintage motorcycles. They're both really interested in vintage road racing, vintage motorcycle road racing, and are really knowledgeable about that. But talking about personal watercraft, particularly two-stroke skis of all manufacturers, sizes over the years.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Man, they are a go-to source for really, really good knowledge.
Boy, speaking about go-to, Kylie Meyer doing a little butt drag there, coming onto the front straightaway on that 550, maybe 440. We'll find out.
It's a 550.
Oh, it is a 550.
100%.
Yeah. 550 Cs. 50 cc's of snarling two-stroke twin power.
I think stock they were about 35 miles an hour back in the day with I think a 28 carb.
28 horsepower? Oh, yeah.
I think it was a 28.
The early ones were.
That's why they went so far on a tank of gas.
Right.
Didn't use much gas. I mean, there's a lot to be said for that. You know, for recreational use.
I think it's what we both started on.
No, I did. 1984, bought my first 550. Bullhead Bike Center. Speaking of Bullhead City, I lived in Las Vegas, and Memorial Weekend of 1984, they were sold out. You couldn't get it 550s. They were sold out in Las Vegas. And so I went to Bullhead Bike Center, which is an hour drive out of Vegas, with one of my buddies and my Toyota 4x4 truck, and bought my first jet ski in 1984, brand new Kawasaki 550.
What a day that was.
Oh, my God.
Whoa, look at Kylie Meyer.
Speaking of 550s.
Oh, and she let go of the handle pull. She'll get back on. And I don't think there's any worry that she's going to be in any danger. And she's up and go. Oh, whoa. Having a little problem putting that lanyard in, I think.
Yep.
She got it going, but only for a moment.
Paid $2,700 out the door.
Woo! Wow, if you still had that, you could get almost $600 for it in the garage sale.
Not true.
No, the values have gone up, but I saw
true.
one last week for $300 up in Sacramento.
The ski to have, the 550 to have, are the SX 550s, the latter versions with the aluminum reed valve motors. And rear exhaust.
Yeah, stronger hull.
Those are
lighter hull too, I believe.
I don't know about. I think the hull's the same. But you might be right. But I believe the hull's the same. But the motor is, that's such a nice motor. Although if you know what you're doing, the piston port motors can run well, but for reliability and just overall, I mean, getting back to what you were saying, the price of them, the SX 550s, those if you're
gotcha.
you're not lucky, are quite expensive. And forget an SXR 800, which are phenomenal skis. They are really expensive on the used market.
I know, but now you know it's on or not.
So,
To our
Meyer
introduction.
on that 550, looking good.
You know, the first time this year to people all around the world. I'm Kurt Nolenberg. This is Rick Lake.
I'm Rick Lake, and we are stoked to be here in Sebring, bringing you round one of the Pro Watercross Liqui Triple Crown, presented by Jet Trim, and another beautiful day here in Sebring, Florida, and a home of some world-class racing in the car world, and world-class racing right here on the water in Pro Watercross. And as usual, we're having a good time, Kurt.
Absolutely, every time. And, you know, I'll tell you what, that pro, look at Kylie. As we see that, she makes a one-lap error when alongside of that sausage boy.
Kylie Meyer, the young lady out of Florida here, local rider, somewhat local, taking the white flag on that vintage boat. She races both in the youth classes, on the Yamaha Superjet, as well as the Kawasaki 550 in the vintage class. Talented rider.
Very much so. We want to have a call out for Ray. Ray, we need to see you up here for the beginning of race 9, starting imminently, sir. That sounded so angry, Rick.
They always do.
Oh, here we go. Pro-Am Ski GP coming up.
Of course, the Pro Watercross National Tour. Liqui our title sponsor. Jet Trim, our presenting sponsor. Of course, CBS Sports, the official telecast partner of Pro Watercross. Solas is the official prop and jet pump. AOMC, the official online parts partner. And, of course, our good buddy Chris, the PWC doctor, all making Pro Watercross happen here in 2024.
And Chris is doing well. Message with, I was going to say, spoke to him, but we were actually texting back and forth a little while ago, and things are looking good for Chris. Glad to see it.
Great guy.
So, once again, hello to everyone on the World Wide Web.
Well,
hope you enjoy this, and
yeah, thanks for joining us. Hope
Yeah.
you're enjoying it. Getting ready to go with probably the most exciting class, no question, the most exciting class of the day, the Pro-Am Ski GP race. This is going to be moto number 2 of 3, and Devin Farthing, the young man out of Georgia, of course, the son of legend Dustin Farthing. He took the win going away in moto number 2. Really no surprise there. Pretty much predicted that this year we're going to see Devin really take another big step. They've got a great program put together with, of course, Yamaha not in the Pro-Am Ski GP class, and Monster Energy, Farthing Racing in Pro-Am Ski GP. Devin racing a Fast Power Sports GP1, of course, Kawasaki 1500cc power plant in that GP1, as all the aftermarket hold boats use for the most part. Some maybe a turbocharged Yamaha 4-stroke, but very rarely. Mostly the SXR 1500 power plant, the 1500 4-stroke.
I'm a little confused here now, Rick, because I'm looking down there, and it looks like Valentina Lescano down there with a camera in her hand. Not a boat underneath her for moto number 2.
Well,
And I am also missing Shelby Warman.
Well, maybe they're just not there yet.
No, there's Shelby.
There's Shelby right there. I see her dad holding her. Jody.
Yep.
They're ready to go. Shelby on the 98 this year in the stand-up class. We'll keep an eye on her. Next to her, the veteran rider on the Pro Watercraft Pro Force aftermarket hold monster. That is the 53-year-old James Wright out of Lakeland, Florida.
Yep.
Devin Farthing, we spoke about a minute ago. He'll be on boat number 110.
116, isn't he?
I'm sorry, 116. Yes, you're right.
Okay, thank you.
I'm only looking at the sheet that says 116, but out of my mouth comes 110. How does that work?
I hear what you're putting down.
All right. 201, Christopher Landis out of Delray Beach, Florida.
And who's bringing this over? And that is Devin Farthing on the 116. Valentina Lescano, what up? No run? Okay.
51,
Darn it.
David Cabrera came in second in moto number 1. David out of Miramar, Florida, not too far away, riding on the BMS, Tim Judge, Exotic Signs, WSR, Fast Power Sports, Cabrera Motorsports GP1. 56 years old now, and man, David Cabrera, fit as a fiddle. Amazing shape this guy is in, and you would never guess in a million years.
I figured it out, Rick. We saw him, when he came in yesterday, and, both complimented on, man, you look fit, you look younger. He's in Florida where the Fountain of Youth is. What the heck?
That's St. Augustine, man.
Right, exactly.
Right, we were there. We had races there.
Great time.
Love
there.
St. Augustine,
Would
actually.
love to go back there.
Yep, that was a good spot. We did enjoy it. Parking was a little harsh, but a great town. All right, here we go. Pro-Am Ski GP. This will be moto number 2. Farthing taking the win in moto number 1. Cabrera was in second place, and in third place was Christopher Landis. And here we go. Moto 2 Pro-Am Ski GP.
Cabrera went sideways, banged off another rider, hits another one, trying to stay ahead of Farthing, and yet Devin gets the hole shot. Watch out, Cabrera. He is setting up for the pass already, trying to make a move on Farthing. Whoa, he better stay in touch right now, because as we saw earlier, moto number 1, once Devin gets away, it's gonna be difficult to reel him in. Farthing looks over. Cabrera, 15 boat lengths already in a half a lap, Rick.
Yeah, Devin Farthing is not getting reeled in. I'll just tell you that right now. That's not happening. This young man is really grown. We've watched him since the early days of his racing. Now 20 years old, studying at the University of Tennessee, but racing full-time with the Farthing Racing Monster Energy team. And Devin out of Ackworth, Georgia, absolutely on the gas down the back straightaway, and already with a commanding lead.
Well, the battle really looks like it's going to be for third and fourth. That's Blaine Spooner on that stock hold SXR 1500. He's going to the inside in the second lap, the first rider to take the inside split, and it's a rider on a 1200 SDXR. Who would do that?
Yeah, Farthing out in front, and the form Farthing has as Spooner looks over his shoulder and sees Landis coming on that GP1. Spooner on the SXR 1500, so they're having a battle.
Oh, and he's down. Look
behind
at that.
the leaders.
Landis goes down. Here's James Wright taking over that fourth place position, and Spooner in third and distancing himself from everyone else. That's an impressive ride. I mean, let's face it, Devin Farthing is already 20, 30 boat lengths in the lead without a mechanical. We don't expect that to change. But Spooner and David Cabrera, they may have a meeting of the minds later on in this moto, Rick.
Let's hope so. Devin Farthing just in fine form, coming down the front straightaway. Look at his positioning on the ski, in complete control, just nice positioning. He is lean and fit and absolutely flying on that very, very fast Power Sports GP1.
Yeah, for those of you that are watching this on the live stream or in the CBS Sports, broadcast, watch Devin's position on the boat. As you said, Rick, the key, his elbows. His elbows are up. They're parallel with the water. That shows he's still feeling strong. He's in control. It gives him the most leverage. Devin Farthing is on fire out there, leading this race, going away, Rick.
Yeah, he looks really good. He is really set. He is, like I said, his form is just absolutely perfect. His cornering is smooth and in control on a very, very fast boat. But the riders behind him equally really looking good as Farthing starts to come up now behind Landis, who went down the previous lap, and he could put Landis down a lap here shortly. Cabrera behind Farthing, behind him, and bouncing around a little bit more on the track than Devin. Devin's boat seems to be really planted and very, very smooth out there.
Wow.
But David Cabrera really turning in some fast lap times as well, in second position here in Moto number 2.
And Landis goes off the side of the course to let David Cabrera go by. Good sportsmanship there, shown by Christopher Landis.
Let Farthing go by.
No, Farthing took care of that himself. He took the split and was gone. Oh, and as we say that, rider down here.
I believe that was Landis as Farthing just went by. Yeah. There we
Here's
go.
Farthing.
Yep, and he just passed Landis, who went down on the split. And then that is Shelby Warman coming, and look out Shelby as Cabrera goes flying by down the front straightaway. Shelby in her first season now, her first race on the GP1, and she's got 4 weeks, once a week, her dad said they've been riding and training. She's in school, she's in college, so she's been riding 4 times, I believe, on that GP1, and she decided yesterday afternoon she wanted to race Pro-Am Ski GP as opposed to amateur, and her dad just kind of shook his head
he
and
really
said,
did. Jody looked over and
okay,
said, it's what the girl wants to do.
okay. And she's looking good. She's holding her own, and she's learning. She's going to get nothing but faster. And it looks like Landis is down again over there, if I'm not mistaken.
Like the third or fourth time Christopher Landis has gone down. I wonder if he's got an issue with that ski, Rick. Maybe
Perhaps.
a loose ride plate or intake grate he doesn't know about.
Maybe.
Something that's causing some problems.
But Farthing comes by one more time with the lead at the halfway point in this second moto for Pro-Am Ski GP. David Cabrera right behind him in second. He'll take the halfway point. And then Spooner on that SXR 1500 now in third place.
Blaine Spooner doing the running man there as he's going down the front straightaway, indicating that he wished he had the kind of power that the 2 boats in front of him had. But Blaine Spooner doing a great job out there, as is James Wright, 56 years old, I do believe, 53. James Wright putting the pedal to the metal in that Pro Watercross machine.
Well, I think Spooner might be wishing he had the hull the other riders
Oh,
have.
yeah.
About 150 pounds lighter are the aftermarket hulls unofficially than the SXR 1500 hull, the stock boat.
There's our leader, Devin Farthing, coming back around one more time. He is gone, has the full front straightaway in front of second place David Cabrera. As once again, Devin Farthing's going to lap Christopher Landis for the second time.
Yeah, well, Landis has struggled. I mean, Landis was running in third place, a strong third place in the first moto, and then, of course, early on in the second moto. But something's going on there. He's really experiencing some problems on that white 201 GP1.
Yeah, it's funny. Looking down the straightaway, the thing's accelerating. It's got top speed. But, maybe it's not the boat.
Nope. I don't know. It's hard to say, really hard to say, because he was running good earlier, as we said. James Wright on the Pro Force running strong, 53-year-old. And look at, 201, Landis back up and charging. Looks like Farthing coming up behind him again. It could be one more. He could be down 2 laps here very shortly, as Devin Farthing is absolutely on point. He is fit. The boat is tuned. It's dialed, and he is charging.
And I want to just throw it out there. Devin has been taking that inside split and done really, really well with it. This time, he takes the outside. Cabrera goes for the inside. Let's see how that pans out.
Farthing just charging, man.
Yep.
He is just charging. There's nobody on that pace here today so far, and I don't expect that to change. And he is going to be a threat throughout the season, wherever he races at, on whatever level. They've got a good program put together.
Oh yeah.
With Monster Energy, and he is looking good.
So Farthing got by Landis again, as you said, down a couple of laps. James Wright looks over. There's Shelby Warman. Warman getting lapped, but the only female left in the race. She's doing a credible job for the limited time she's had on that ski. Here's second place, David Cabrera on the number 51. Driving hard on the far right-hand side of the course. He is the only one that is really in the mathematical chance to get up there and play with Devin Farthing. If Devin has any kind of serious issue in these final few laps, boy, Cabrera really putting everything he's got into these last couple of laps here.
Yeah, Cabrera is steady Eddie, man. He is really dialed in. He knows these skis inside and out. He builds them. He sells the parts for them. He knows everything about these stand-ups, whether it's the SXR 1500, of course, the GP1 aftermarket hold boats. He has raced them at this very high level for a long time. He tunes them, he builds them, so he really is fully knowledgeable on the track of what's going on, where he's at. He knows his lap times. He knows, I mean, he is really dialed in. He's a true professional, and in his mid-50s now, still a threat.
No question about it. Now, boy, I just want to point out the sportsmanship. James Wright knew Cabrera was coming, tried to move out of his way on the front straightaway. Cabrera wasn't quite there. He goes way wide and lets Cabrera get by. Great sportsmanship there by James Wright, the man from Lakeland, Florida, on that Pro Watercraft machine.
Absolutely. And Miramar down the back straightaway, you know, he knows he is going to be there, and if something should happen to Devin, he knows he's not going to beat Devin, as Devin takes the white flag. 1 lap to go for Farthing here in Moto number 2 in Pro Ski GP. But Cabrera knows if something should happen, I mean, this is Pro Ski GP, and things do happen. Mechanical times, it can happen. He knows he's going to put that number 51 in position to take the overall if something should happen. He has just ridden a very steady race, as he always does.
No question about it. Not going to happen. Here comes your leader down the front straightaway. The final time. Oh, excuse me. That is Shelby Warman. Sorry. Looked over and caught a glint of sun in my eye.
Yeah.
If you look over there now.
Now, Devin on the the outside split on the left-hand side of the track here in Sebring. And he is really close to making it 2 for 2. What a fantastic ride here again. Moto number 2, Devin Farthing is going to come down the front straightaway and take the win here. 2 for 2 for the day so far for Farthing.
Phenomenal job for Devin. Got both hole shots, ran away with it. That's every racer's dream. In second position now, coming down the front straightaway from the far corner, David Cabrera on that number 51 machine. David, by the way, tuning a lot of the top boats out here. And there is
Blaine
Spooner on that SDXR.
SXR 1500.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
I had Troy Weeks stuck
I
in
was
my
going to
mind
say,
there.
you're thinking back to...
And James Wright on the Pro Force.
Yeah, Wright, the veteran, 53 years old on that Pro Force, looking really good racing here in Pro-Am Ski GP.
And this time it is Shelby Warman coming down the straightaway and still looking good on that machine.
So Valentina had a mechanical, it sounds like.
Yeah, she did.
You know, Valentina Lescano, absolutely wonderful young lady, and showed up yesterday. Her parents went to the Miami Formula One race this weekend, so Valentina on her own loaded up the Sprinter van with her GP1 stand-up and drove over here to Sebring to race Pro Watercross, and kind of reminded me of the old days in the vans with the stand-ups. And kudos to Valentina for coming down, doing everything on her own.
Absolutely.
And too bad she had a mechanical there. Unfortunately, hate to see that.
Yeah, that's a tough one. It always, that's the worst, is to be taken out by a mechanical. I mean, you might think that, it's worse if you fall down and, you make an error, but the reality is that you can handle. The machine breaking, that's devastating.
Yeah, and, I mean, she's knowledgeable, but her dad's the mechanic.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
And he's not here, so maybe somebody else can look into it. But sometimes with these four-strokes, if something goes bad, it's going to require a little more than just a quick tune.
Yeah, not like a two-stroke where you put a new piston and rings in and call it good, quick hone. That doesn't happen with an overhead cam engine, believe
No.
me.
And a little more expensive as well.
All right. Well, we've got Sport GP Sport.
This is going to be the Michael Osborne show.
Where is Michael?
And then race number 11, Pro-Am Runabout Box Stock. Following race number 11, which is coming up in just a minute, we will take a 30-minute lunch break, which I am going to make a beeline over to the James Brown's Famous Flames. Get ready. I'm on my way.
Only if you beat me there.
Oh, it's going to be a mad dash, Kurt.
You're going to use the stairs. I'm just jumping over.
Oh, man. Get out the ice packs.
That's right.
Get out the ice packs. Kurt's making a run for it.
Devin, good ride.
Get out the ace bandages. Get out the ice packs. The ibuprofen.
You got your whole kit there, huh?
Everything. You guys of the right age know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. And you youngsters have no idea what we're talking
No
about.
clue.
What's ibuprofen?
My friend who races vintage motocross with me, my orthodontist as well, calls it vitamin A.
Yeah.
Advil, vitamin A.
No question about it. So, are we doing a sport class? Michael Osborne or? Nope. Okay, got it.
Randy's pointing to his shoulder. Is your shoulder okay, Randy? Oh, he was pointing to his walkie-talkie, not his shoulder.
Yeah, as we thought, they're going to go ahead and jump over there and go right to race number 11, Pro-Am Runabout, Box Stock. All right. We're doing Pro-Am Runabout Box Stock right now on the number 9 out of Rosario, Argentina, Leo Morelli. Morelli finished third in moto number 1.
Number 618, the winner of moto number 1 out of Boynton Beach on the Yamaha, Trey Williams.
And rounding out the field out of Wellington, Florida, on the 714, Domenico Barilla. And who is
Barilla.
Barilla, sorry. Like gorilla, I get it.
That, once again, is that
Morelli?
beautiful black Yamaha of Morelli out in front.
Wow, Morelli, he's got these starts down. His riding is really aggressive. And I'm wondering if in moto number 1 he did get a little tired out there. Maybe he needs to back it down a little in the corners and, use a little bit more vision to see the track a little further up.
Barilla 714 comes down the front straightaway with his fist up in the air. I don't know what's going on there, but either he's angry or he's excited. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I'm sure he's excited. I don't know if that's a political statement or
not sure what that was, but yeah, the boat of our race leader Morelli, built by Ian Tosca, Arminio Ian Tosca. It's a Riva sponsored boat, and Rosario 3. And he is out in front once again, just like moto number 1. However, he did not finish in the lead of moto number 1. We got a battle here for second.
And it's that Kawasaki
Barilla.
Yeah.
He is able to keep the Yamaha of Williams behind him.
Boy, look out, Mr. Morelli. Barilla is on a mission to reel in your machine. Wow, look at the movement there. Got a pass. In that outside split, trying to make a move on the inside is Trey Williams on that blue machine. Now remember, Williams was able to move his way up to first, and he's on his way now. He battles with the Kawasaki of Barilla, but he takes that position right away. And Trey Williams making a move for Leo Morelli. Now Morelli has about a 20 boat length lead. This happened in moto number 1. Williams, however, a phenomenal ride in moto 1, and looks like he's just getting up to speed now. He has already left Barilla behind. And look out, Leo Morelli, because Trey Williams is knocking on your back door. Williams using the inside split course. All right, Trey Williams, here he comes. Putting the pressure on Leo Morelli. Morelli looks like he has mellowed himself out and is going a little faster now. Setting up that course now. He's got the fresh water in front of him. And Williams riding in that pump wash every time he gets up behind Morelli. Let's see what happens at the end of the back straightaway. Morelli out front, the lead well in hand. We got a few more laps though. And Trey Williams, Rick Lake on the blue right, he is on fire out here. He is hunting and starting to reel in Leo Morelli.
Well, Morelli has done a good job here in moto number 2 of hanging on to that lead, but it is becoming a little more precarious as the laps start to wind down here.
Every buoy that goes by is another little opportunity for Trey Williams to move up. And boy, is he doing it over on the far right-hand side of the course. Let's see how the split course goes over there, Rick.
has been able to extend that lead out again just a little bit more over Williams.
Looks that way, but I think Williams has more top speed.
I think so too.
So it really shows up at the end
oh,
of the straightaway. Here
there
he
we go.
Finally taking the inside.
Oh,
Good call, Rick.
And goes way too wide. Loses his drive on that first right-hander. Regains it, making good
it's gonna
corners
be
now.
so close.
Now it's going to be tight, but Morelli's going to have the top end.
Yep. Williams had the position there if he was able to move up in the final lap. What a lap this is going to be, Rick.
One more go-round for these two as they battle for the lead here.
Morelli and Williams. Williams and Morelli. Morelli in the lead right now, Rick.
Well, this is going to be interesting because Williams took the win in Moto 1, but it was Barilla in second on the Kawasaki and then Morelli. So the overall is undecided here today. It's going to come down to that final moto, as well it should. But on this final lap down that back straightaway, Morelli able to hang on to the lead. Now, if Williams goes to the inside,
he's got
nope. He didn't like the inside. He didn't feel like it worked for him. But it's because he went too wide on the first turn last lap. That's why it didn't work. This is not going to work for him because Borelli's going to be able to charge out of there,
all right,
pin it, and he's going to take the win here. And that's going to give him a third and a first. It's going to give Williams a first and a second. And now Barilla's going to have a second and a third. So it's anybody's ball game.
Yep.
Good race that time.
I know. It was a real good one. Well, we're going to take a 30-minute break here. We invite everybody to go over and see the food truck back here, if they can beat us over there. Rick Lake and I are going to have a little foot race. Get that food handled.
Hey everyone, my name's Valentina Lescano. I'm here at Pro Watercross for our jet ski racing. We're sponsored by Liquid Moly. Thanks to them, we have our strong boats and we're able to podium. I've been racing for about 4 years now, and ever since I joined Liquid Moly, I'll never go back.
Pro Watercross has enjoyed 25 successful seasons on the water. The world's greatest watercross racers excite the senses, engage audiences, and build communities through integrated campaigns that get results.
It's a great tour. It hits a lot of hot spots. It travels, a lot of the U.S. and it brings you to all kinds of different demographics of people that you're racing against, people that you don't get to see all the time. It's a tour that is complete, from kids racing to adults racing, a lot of spectators, and just the best locations to go to. Daytona, Panama City Beach, Pensacola. We're in Georgia, Racine, Wisconsin, Texas. We go everywhere.
Beautiful spot, Naples, Florida. You can't get any better than that. And Liquid Moly launching this range, it's marine range, partnering with such a great entity is just beautiful.
For season 26 and beyond, Pro Watercross continues its leadership role in environmental education, safety, and with a family-friendly vibe.
A lot of good people here. It's a good place to raise your kids and teach them how to succeed in a competitive environment. I've been doing it since 1996. My 17-year-old son's now three-time world champion at jet ski racing, and he grew up by my side.
Are you ready? Get online with prowatercross.org.
Somebody comes out of this race as a world champion.
Come find your element in Arizona's playground. Live it up on the water. Play here on Earth. Adventure in the air. All around fun. Find your element in Lake Havasu City. Book midweek getaways and save. Learn more at golakehavasu.com.
My name is Juan Liscano and I ride for Miami Jet Ski Shop. Miami Jet Ski Shop sticks to liquid moly, where we keep all our vehicles tip-top with the best in the industry. When it comes to performance or servicing, there's nothing better in the market than liquid moly.
Don't want to miss the best pro watercross racers in the world. This is the Liqui Pro Watercross National Tour, presented by Jet Trim. Can't catch it live in person? Make sure you catch it on CBS Sports Network.
Liqui Moly has been #1 in Germany for the past 10 years in motor oils and additives. We're super excited to bring the marine range now in North America. All that experience in the performance and the racing industry translated into the marine world couldn't be a better combination. Are you scared of using your warranty? Well, you shouldn't. Liqui Moly Marine product has all the approvals from the National Marine Manufacturers Association, FCW, TCW3, and also API specs. Please refer to your owner's manual for right viscosity. Use the best to maintain your passion.
Hey everyone, my name's Valentina Lescano. I'm here at Pro Watercross for our jet ski racing. sponsored by Liquid Moly. Thanks to them, we have our strong boats and we're able to podium. I've been racing for about 4 years now, and ever since I joined Liquid Moly, I'll never go back.
Pro Watercross has enjoyed 25 successful seasons on the water. The world's greatest watercross racers excite the senses, engage audiences, and build communities through integrated campaigns that get results.
It's a great tour. It hits a lot of hot spots. It travels, a lot of the U.S. And it brings you to all kinds of different demographics of people that you're racing against, people that you don't get to see all the time. It's a tour that is complete, from kids racing to adults racing, a lot of spectators, and just the best locations to go to. Daytona, Panama City Beach, Pensacola. We're in Georgia, Racine, Wisconsin, Texas. We go everywhere.
Beautiful spot, Naples, Florida. You can't get any better than that. And Liquid Moly launching this range, it's marine range, partnering with such a great entity is just beautiful.
For season 26 and beyond, Pro Watercross continues its leadership role in environmental education, safety, and with a family-friendly vibe.
A lot of good people here. It's a good place to raise your kids and teach them how to succeed in a competitive environment. I've been doing it since 1996. My 17-year-old son's now a three-time world champion at jet ski racing, and he grew up by my side.
Are you ready? Get online with prowatercross.org.
Somebody comes out of this race as a world champion.
Come find your element in Arizona's playground. Live it up on the water. Play here on Earth. Adventure in the air. All around fun. Find your element in Lake Havasu City. Book midweek getaways and save. Learn more at golakehavasu.com.
My name is Juan Liscano, and I ride for Miami Jet Ski Shop. Miami Jet Ski Shop sticks to Liquid Moly, where we keep all our vehicles tip-top with the best in the industry. When it comes to performance or servicing, there's nothing better in the market than Liquid Moly.
want to miss the best pro watercross racers in the world. This is the Liqui Pro Watercross National Tour, presented by Jet Trim. Can't catch it live in person? Make sure you catch it on CBS Sports Network.